Hey guys, want to bring you another YouTube video. So this was actually kind of hard to find. So it was actually trending. This was women's boxing. Um, there's two transgender, I guess, male boxing in the Olympics. And so one of the matches was earlier today. You'll probably see it the next day as this video is released. Is that I'll show you where I think she said the Italian boxer said she was hit hard. So let's play real quick. It didn't last that long either, right there. So that punch brought there. This match lasted 45 seconds, and you can see the quote. Kari said that she ended Thursday's fight because she felt a severe pain in her nose. She added that she is not qualified to decide whether Khalif should have been allowed to compete. I am not here to judge or pass judgment, Kareem told reporters after the match. Um, there is a longer interview uh, and thoughts. Let me touch base on this. On my thoughts is that with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, with their administration, they passed Title IX, which in this case, the Olympics committee have a choice, and their decision was based on the sport. So each sport gets to decide on what they think is fair. Obviously, this was an outrage for some people and all that. It's just more of a conversation at this point. It was trending. The Nigeria boxer Amin Khalif um, said that with the controversy wanted to quit after that. So there is another Olympic boxer, I believe it is this person right here. Don't have the name, but it's I should be boxing pretty soon too. So I don't know if that one's going to compete or not after the controversy. But pretty much you saw that one hit, that one punch that knocked the Italian woman and did not want to debate it because I know that's a pretty tough subject there. Um, and again, that's coming up with the election going on, and I'm going to play a little bit of what Megan Kelly earlier said. The truth about Kamala Harris, embrace of radical transgender ideology with Charlie Kirk. Um,
I didn't get to choose my client, that they were standing in the way of surgery
so she's talking about
For
saying
prisoners.
she
for
was able to
prisoners.
help
And there was a specific
for
case.
one of
And
the
when I
first
learned about the
case
case, I worked behind the scenes to
transgender.
not only make sure that that transgender woman got the services she was deserving. So it wasn't only about that case. I made sure that they changed the policy in the state of California.
Okay, so I wanted to touch base because, like I said, I lived in California, especially when she was there. Um, and she is right. You don't get to choose the clients that you get as Attorney General, like she stated. The issue there, um, now that she's running president, we don't know if she's the actual nominee yet. That's another subject for another day. Is yes, she is proud that she was able to do this in California. Um, is this something she's going to stick with? Because right now she's flip-flopping a lot of things, like flacking, the green energy. Um, there's two other subjects right now I can't think off the top of my head, but this was one of them. She was on the RuPaul show, um, and so is this going to be something she's going to comment? Is she going to be interviewed about this? Um, because again, her and Joe Biden passed that Title IX. If you have daughters, um, same thing. Donald Trump touched on this that women should be competing against women, men should be competing against men. I think one of the, I think actually Megan Kelly, and I'll put the link in the description, where you can watch the whole interview with Charlie Kirk. And I kind of agree. Like, if Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump is the only ones talking about Title IX and the fairness of competition. Like I said, as a father with a daughter, like a daughter was competing in this scenario, I would have been probably not even sent her out there knowing that, yeah, it's 4 years of trying to wait and compete at the highest level, but you know what the outcome will be. And it's very dangerous. You saw how she even said that she felt severe pain. I mean, that's whether you change gender. If you're born as a male, you're punching really hard like a male. Like, so that it's not gonna be very fair in a combat sport. Um, so one like Megan Kelly said that maybe they should have like whoever's transitioning could be in a different category. That could be maybe something fair in that sense. If you're going to have more um, transgender around the world, they could compete in that category. Um, but again, the, it's something new that we're looking at real time. It's something everyone's talking about. You can see the top stories right now, and that was one of the top stories today. You would have thought Simone Biles winning gold today would have been the biggest story for America, but this was actually trending for a while. And so I want to touch base, especially having a daughter. Like I said, I would not send her out there knowing if that's going to be the competition because you're going to get beat up pretty bad, and that's the result. And so, and I think there was the same person, I believe, or the other boxer that's going to be competing that did an expedition last year was disqualified too um, to compete. So again, if this person competes against other men, probably going to get beat up um, or not good enough in that sense. Um, and then if you're competing against women, you're going to be way too good. I would say in that sense. So and this Italian boxer has boxed before, so but usually with other women that it's not going to punch as hard. Let me know what you think. I know it's a touchy subject in that sense. Like I said, um, like if you're for it, that's fine. Tell me why or what's the fairest way. Especially as a parent, what would you tell my daughter if you know there's a big disadvantage in that sense, or the competition committee that there's no difference at that point. Um, yeah, I was just shocked. I wasn't surprised that it didn't last over a minute, it did not go through the distance. But again, I have no issues. But when, as a sports athlete fan, I want something fair. I mean, that's why WNBA, you have the WNBA and then the NBA. So it's the fairest route you could have. Um, yeah, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, and let's see if Kamala Harris is going to flip flop on this or if she's going to even comment on this. Um, like I said, we know where Trump stands on this, would not want this, does not want this in schools, want fair competition over. All right, thanks. And together we could build a better tomorrow.